Devin Williams is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Teoscar Hernandez digging in now. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips. First pitch coming. Here it is. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. He's got it, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So here's Jose Abreu. Now the first pitch. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
2-1 to the Red Sox first baseman.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
Ground ball right side. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in his zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
Here's Jonathan Scope now as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 1-0 home. Swing and a miss. Looked like the screwball there. 2 gone. Next up for the Red Sox, Zach Collins singled in his last at bat. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. That evens it up 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 2-2 pitch. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Coming in is Tucker, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Adam Hazley will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. First offering on its way as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
The 2-1. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Abreu on second. Collins at first. 2 out in the inning. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3, and the inning is over. Boston strands a couple, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Matthew Boyd gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home seventh. Willie Castro will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Changeup laid off down around the shins. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single. So here's Francisco Lindor now. Despite the matchup against some typically formidable pitching, he has already turned in a multi-hit performance.
That's why this guy's an absolute monster. He doesn't discriminate. You put a good guy out on the mound, he finds a way to work his knocks in, and he feasts on the 3, 4, 5s.
1 ball, no strikes the count. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Two and 1. Two balls and 2 strikes the count to Francisco Lindor. A runner at first with no outs here. And he struck him out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
Here's Bryce Harper now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Giving chase is Dahl. He gets there, and that's the second out. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. From the stretch. Line towards center field. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. And he will make it around as he gets in there at third on what was a terrible throw. Throw won't get him.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Lifted in the air to right field. Hernandez is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out of potential trouble. Alex Verdugo comes to the plate again as we look back at his first at-bat in this one. A leadoff homer to get the action started in a hurry. Pitch on the way. Hit hard to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And a ball 1-0.
Got to find a way to scratch at least 1 across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Oh, forget about this one. Booey. And gone up into the second deck. A solo home run there for David Dahl. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Red Sox have cut the lead to 4-2 now.
Yeah, and if you remember the previous pitch, he couldn't get around on a fastball and was mad at himself. Well, there's nothing to be mad about anymore unless you're the guy standing on the mound wondering what just happened.
Stepping in now, Xander Bogaerts. 1-0 the count. Pitch on the way. Ball 2 now. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage of it.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Rafael Devers. Grounded out in his last at-bat. Diego Castillo enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8. First offering.
I know closers are known for having the nastiest stuff on the team. Exploding fastballs, devastating off-speed. But they'd be lying if they didn't say they wanted a 2-run, 3-run lead. That's exactly what this guy has a chance to do. Hand it to that monster in the 9th with a 2-run lead.
1-2 now. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and into bat next the versatile weapon Javier Baez. First pitch on its way. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
The 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
The batter, the catcher, JT.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And that brings up JT Realmuto. He's set and the pitch. Now here's one high and deep to left. If it stays fair, it's gone. And it's a foul ball.
His heart sank right there when that ball met the bat, but just had him out front just enough to give him another shot at potentially putting him away.
Verdugo waits on it. Makes the play, 1 away. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Diego Castillo. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. From the belt, the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Here's a pop-up now. There to take it is Abreu, and that's out number 2. Next, here is Joaquin Diaz. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. And that's too high, ball two. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get it out on the play.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Robert Stevenson trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Into the box, Willie Castro. Fouled off. He's got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. But the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the 3rd out. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. A ball and a strike.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Again, a 1-2. Swing and a ball pulled hard down the line in left. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. The throw into second. But he'll be in there with a double. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty V, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
There's a lot of pressure on you because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
Jose Abreu is at the plate as he takes a called strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 0-1 pitch.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
Here it comes, 0-2. Hernandez leads off second with nobody out. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Got to believe the pitcher and catcher understand the fact that he's covering away, and he's covering way away. Don't be shocked if he comes in with something.
Stays alive, still 0-2. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
The count now at 2-2. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a flare hit toward right. And that'll drop into no man's land out there for a base hit. But not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1.
big RBI knock right here in the top half of the ninth to cut the deficit to 1 run. You can start to feel the tension a little bit. That pitcher might be holding that ball a little bit longer. That's when you miss over the heart of the plate.
To the plate now, Jonathan Scope. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. 0-1 count and the pitch.
Oh, that counts.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
The 2-1 is a sinker that misses for a ball.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Hard ground ball to third, to second for 1, back to first, and a costly at-bat there as the possible tying run is erased on the double play. So base is empty now after the double play, and next to hit is the catcher, Zach Collins. Roberto Ozuna comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth. Ready. Here's the first pitch, and he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. And in case you're wondering, here's what the Red Sox have remaining on their bench should they choose to make a move here. Joe Panik will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. He's set. The 0-1.
1-1.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
He's set. The 3-1. Full count, 3-2. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
The center fielder, number 99.
Michael Chavis will come on now and pinch run here. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Alex Verdugo, trying here to plate the tying run from second. First pitch on the way. Hit back toward the mound. And that's through into center field. Base hit. He's safe at the plate. And that ties the ball game in the top of the ninth.
You know, D-Row, there are some guys that shy away from hitting when it really counts. Top of the ninth, and this guy comes through to tie this thing up.
Yeah, he was able to slow the moment down right there. Get this back to square. There's still a bottom of the ninth looming. Let's see if they can tack on a few more.
Standing in now, David Dahl. No balls and a strike to count.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
And it's quickly 0-2. 0-2. Here it is. Count remains at 0-2. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Got him swinging in the dirt. And that ends the inning. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd, as now their ninth inning lead has evaporated. Heart of the order 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. And we are tied 4-4. Ken Giles comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Francisco Lindor.
First offering on its way.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
And they'll back him off a bit with a fastball in, but it's 3-1 now. Trouble waiting on deck as Bryce Harper hits next. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Count still full, 3-2. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And it's fouled away. Another full count pitch home. And that misses here, ball 4. And of all things, it's a leadoff walk that puts the winning run on base to start the bottom half.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Here's the first pitch. Bryce Harper is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Possible winning run aboard here, nobody out. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but a foul ball, 1-1. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Now the 2-1. Fastball just missed above the zone.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is one pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. Absolutely scorched that base hit.
Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
At the plate now, Rhys Hoskins. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
The 0-1. Oh, has him looking silly here. It's 0-2.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
And a slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball, and that should be deep enough to end it. He'll make the catch, but it ought to be academic now. And they're going to walk off here with a 5-4 win.
That's what you call doing your job, folks. He knew he just needed to lift one to the outfield, and that's just what he did. Hey, a walk-off sac fly isn't as dramatic as a game-winning hit, but it's just as effective. Great team win right there.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4, the final tally. Philadelphia came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Roberto Osuna claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.